We've all seen plants, animals, and even people that are in the worst of situations, yet still seem to grow and live their best life. I have seen plants growing in the middle of a concrete jungle. I have heard of and seen with my own eyes people like Anne Frank, who, even in the worst of situations, can make something beautiful and lasting with the days that they have. Sometimes, through no fault of our own, we have terrible circumstances thrust upon us. Maybe we grew up in a bad neighborhood or abusive home. Maybe we were born with a disease or a physical handicap that prevents us from doing many things that others take for granted. Maybe we have been abandoned, used, hurt, discounted as nothing special, or imprisoned. Maybe we lost our jobs, our families, our purpose, our health, or our own sense of self. Sometimes these terrible circumstances were even brought on by our own doing, which in some ways is worse. We have no one else to blame, so on top of the circumstances, we also have to deal with the self-loathing and guilt. No matter how we came to be wherever we are in life, we can still bloom. We can still grow. I'm not saying to never try to better your life or circumstances. All I'm saying is to do what you can do wherever you are at the moment. Strive for better, but don't miss out on everything there is in the now. Don't make excuses. There is always something we can learn or do in a situation. In yogic living philosophy, there is santosha and brahmacharya. These are contentment and using energy wisely, respectively. We should strive for contentment in every situation. None of us spend our entire lives in great situations. None of us escape the pressures and terrible things that life can throw our way. By not embracing these bad times in the same way we do the good ones, we miss out on half of life. By not using our energy to absorb the wisdom there is to be gained during the hard times, we miss out on many opportunities for growth. Life is complex and multifaceted. If it were filled with only pleasure, we would seek challenges. This is why some people create drama, because they are unfulfilled. Human beings require struggle and growth from that struggle to be complete, whole, and at peace. Using our energy, our very life force, to experience and grasp the entirety of what life has to offer, good, bad, and indifferent, is the way to truly being content in life. Don't put all of life's precious energy into fighting. Put some into learning as well, and bloom in every circumstance. If we are focused only on the attack, we can fail to see the circumstances in which we find ourselves. We may be fighting against the very thing that's trying to teach us the lesson we need to grasp in order to level up in life. Take a second, close your eyes. Imagine you see a large dog biting a tiny baby's neck. Your first instinct may be to run over and save the infant from the jaws of the animal. But if you take a moment, allocate some of your energy toward looking at the surroundings, you may see that the baby had fallen into a stream and the canine was pulling it out of danger. We can become so hyper-focused on what is wrong about our situation that we forget to look for anything that may help us right then or in the future. Nothing is permanent, the good or the bad. All we can do is glean as much as we can from every single thing we experience and do the best we each can in our own lives. Think of the whole world taking a moment to just do the best they could with their own lessons and experiences. We would thrive, individually and collectively. Right now, this very moment, I'm sure most of us are going through something or have just gone through something we would not deem quote-unquote good by any definition or connotation of that concept. Think about that situation from a different perspective. What can you absorb from this experience that can help you now or might be able to help you or someone else in the future? What did you miss in the background, the surroundings? I am not talking about toxic positivity or saying that what happened to you wasn't bad. Some things are just terrible no matter how we look at them, but that doesn't mean there aren't truths to be learned and implemented in life that can make circumstances better or at least more palatable now or in the future. To use my earlier example, Anne Frank pondered. She spent time getting to know her own mind. She formed a new relationship. And she wrote all of this down for us to glean wisdom from. While that young girl whose life was tragically cut short never knew how far-reaching and world-changing her words would end up being, she did whatever she could to bloom where she was planted at that moment. So take a second today. Write down what you learned or can learn from whatever circumstance you just went through or are going through now. How can you fight to better yourself and those around you while still blooming where you are right now? This is not an easy exercise, and it requires some stillness and self-study, but it's well worth the energy spent. In my life, I'm preparing for the next stage of life while I'm still here in the struggle. I'm thankful for the challenges I've faced because they have led me to discovering what I don't want and how standing up for myself can lead to poignant and lasting changes. All of that has led me to what I do want. I'm just trying to lean into life right now and all that it brings my way. Again, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent. It's not easy, but most things worth doing in life are anything but easy. Drop a comment below and let me know what you've learned, what lessons you can pass on to the rest of us. It would be great if we all shared our knowledge. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. Don't forget to give the like and subscribe buttons just a little bit of love today. Hit that notification bell so you can be part of this mindful, intentional community. Go forth into this big wide world and live mindfully, intentionally, and simply. All right, I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.